My name is Amiibo Jason, and, well... What? Is that what I think? No. It is. It's the Nintendo Direct alarm. That's right, folks. Nintendo has confirmed that a Nintendo Direct is incoming, and it's coming tomorrow. Let's take a look at everything we know so far, and, for the fun of it, let's speculate. Earlier today, Nintendo has confirmed a Nintendo Direct is incoming tomorrow. That's September 6th at 3 p.m. Pacific or 6 p.m. Eastern. Now, what we know so far is pretty basic for the most part. The event is planned to run for about 35 minutes and focus on Nintendo 3DS and Nintendo Switch games. Not surprising, but what games those are? I have no idea, but that's the whole point of this. We're going to speculate a bit and see what those could be. Now, I'm going to put this in 3 separate categories. What I absolutely expect to see, what I'm hoping to see and what I think is plausible, and what might be a bit of a pipe dream. So, let's start off super easy with something I absolutely 100% think is going to be in tomorrow's Nintendo Direct, and that is, of course, Nintendo Switch Online. Now, Nintendo Switch Online was announced what seems to be like years ago, and we still don't have all the concrete details about what this service is. We do know it's coming this month, we know the price point, we know you get some games, and we know that many games require Nintendo Switch Online to play online. But besides that, we don't know the interface, we don't know the features, and really, we don't know a lot of the nitty-gritty details. Now, Nintendo is hopefully going to change that tomorrow. Now, my biggest hope for Nintendo Switch Online is that they change the god-awful app that they put out not that long ago. Now, I don't know a single person that still uses the voice chat app that came out with Splatoon 2, and honestly, I don't blame them. It's not a good experience whatsoever. There's really no good reason to have that kind of system for voice chat on a console that should have voice chat built in. So, hopefully Nintendo has heard the cries of so many of us, and they fix that atrocity. Now, I'm also expecting for Nintendo to have an official release date other than late September, and I'm also expecting to see the entire list of 20 NES games that are supposed to be coming out alongside Nintendo Switch Online. But besides that, really, all I really want to see is in-depth screenshots, a look at what this whole system is. If I can get that, I can rest easy. Now, next up, let's take a look at something that I'm hoping to see, but I'm not necessarily certain we're going to see, and that is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Details. Now, it would be nice if they do announce a new fighter, maybe an Echo Fighter, a stage, or maybe even unveil that secret mode that was teased in the last Nintendo Direct. But whatever it is, I'm hoping that it's going to be good. I'm sure it will be. Now, in my opinion, I think we're going to see an Echo Fighter announced, and if it was my money, I would definitely say it's going to be Isabelle from Animal Crossing or Ken from Street Fighter. Now, they really make the most sense, at least in my opinion, as Echo Fighters, so hopefully Nintendo makes them official tomorrow. Now, besides that, it really could be anything. Like I mentioned before, we might get information on that secret mode that was teased in the last Direct. We really don't know what that means, but some people do believe it says the word spirits, so whatever that means, we might finally find out. Now, finally, on the Smash Bros. Front, I would love to get some additional information about maybe a second wave of Amiibo, or adding different characters to the first wave. At the moment, we only have 3 Amiibo coming out alongside the game, so it would be super nice if they did announce like Simon Belmont, maybe Snake, are also coming in the first wave. Please, Nintendo, make this one happen. Now, next up, let's go into the more wild speculation, and this is one that I really wanted to talk about for a while, and I'm not sure necessarily how plausible this is, but hear me out. It does say that Nintendo 3DS is going to get representation, so my hope would be that the long-rumored Link's Awakening remake is finally happening on the Nintendo 3DS. Now, if you've never played Link's Awakening, it's one of my favorite Zelda games ever. It was released all the way back on the original Game Boy, and it's been rumored for a while that it's coming on the Nintendo 3DS. Some people have even gone as far to say that it would be the last AAA title coming out on the 3DS, kind of like a goodbye to an old friend. And honestly, I think that would be one of the coolest ways for the 3DS to go out, with such an amazing game being remade on the system, and really, it definitely fits. If you've ever played A Link Between Worlds, you know just how great that engine is, so if they can repurpose it for a game like Link's Awakening, I would be 100% all for it. Now again, this one is probably a bit more of a pipe dream, but I would love to see this happen. Next up, there's 3 other games that I'm hoping we get some sort of confirmation on. Any screenshots, release dates, release windows, honestly, anything would be great, and that is Metroid Prime 4, Bayonetta 3, and Yoshi. All 3 of these games are indeed coming out at some point, but especially with games like Metroid Prime 4 and Bayonetta 3, we haven't even seen one official screenshot of the game in action, so any information on any of these games would be great. An official release date for Yoshi would also be cool, and heck, maybe even some sort of amiibo functionality for the game. I'm definitely behind anything that has amiibo in it, so who knows, maybe we'll see that too. Now, it wouldn't be a speculation list if I didn't at some point mention Mother 3, so I'm gonna make this super brief. Maybe we'll see Mother 3. Maybe not. Probably not, but who knows? Cross your fingers. And finally, the big boy. The one that I want more than anything on this list. You guessed it, it's Animal Crossing on Nintendo Switch. Now, when Animal Crossing Pocket Camp released, there was a small press release that said that at some point it's going to be compatible with a Nintendo Switch version of Animal Crossing, and that's really the only confirmation we have at all that an Animal Crossing is coming to Switch. I mean, it's been years since Animal Crossing New Leaf hit the scene, and I really think it's time that we get a brand new Animal Crossing adventure. What that could mean, I really don't know. I really do think it's going to have some sort of major integration with Pocket Camp. What that means exactly is yet to be seen, but really, your imagination can kind of run wild with it. But again, this is my most wanted request from Nintendo from this Direct. If they made something happen, maybe even just announced that yes, it's in development, it's in the works, that would be enough for me. I'd love to see anything on Animal Crossing. But there you have it. Those are my predictions for what we might see during this Nintendo Direct coming up tomorrow. But what do you guys think? What kind of games do you want to see announced tomorrow at the Nintendo Direct? Are my ideas crazy? Do you think they're on the mark? Let me know in the comments down below. And that's going to wrap up today's episode of the Nintendo Wiretap, again for September 5th, 2018. Now, once again, we want to thank our amazing Patreon supporters for helping make this show a reality. Now, if you want to help support an episode of the Nintendo Wiretap, you can do so by clicking that link in the description down below or heading to patreon.com/NintendoWire and supporting us there directly. Now, if you are indeed watching the Direct tomorrow, like we are, we're going to have live coverage over at NintendoWire.com. Make sure you watch the Direct with us, check out the live blog, and really just have a good time. So, until tomorrow, stay wired in, guys. Bye.